Moderation helps everyone feel safe. Well, we don't have a moderator here on YouTube, so
And none of us feel safe.
if you're joining this, you shouldn't feel safe. The YouTube when it starts up, it's black and white. That'd be kind of cool. Can we change it all to black and white? Let's do that one night. And then the anodized stuff will be, look at all these colors. What's happening, everybody? Happy Thirsty Thursday. God, it's Thursday. Where?
Fuck yes, Thursday.
Where did this year go? It's over.
Swirling the toilet.
Let's just start paying taxes now.
You bite your tongue.
Are you done Christmas shopping? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Hope everybody's doing well. Nobody has joined us on YouTube. That's lovely. What?
Moderate these nuts.
Yeah. Well, it's. We were talking earlier. First off, these hurricanes just have to stop. They're not good for sales.
That's your approach. Very altruistic of you.
Talking about Texas is not a good way to start the stream. Were we talking about Texas?
Taxes.
Taxes. Oh, I said.
Oh, that's funny.
That's funny.
Taxes.
So it's gonna be one of them nights. No, in all seriousness, we've heard back from a lot of our customers in Florida. And in all seriousness, I kind of looked through some things not too terribly long ago, and like we ship more than 1/3 of our knives to Florida. So yeah, it definitely
routed through Australia.
sometimes. But in all seriousness, to our friends out in Florida, we do hope that you are doing well. The reports I'm getting back are pretty good. But of course, people who have had total devastation, I doubt are taking the time to go, hey, let's see what Woody's talking about over there in the Facebook group. But I've had a lot of customers and friends that have texted me, emailed me, called me, and some that were in the heavy impact zone, including my sister-in-law. And she was home today with power on, and she's in Northport. So incredibly lucky. Not that she watches this, but if she ever happens to, next time you're leaving, bitch, because your sister has been a nervous wreck, absolute nervous wreck. So I hope all of you made out okay, and those that maybe watch this later, where hearts and prayers are going out to you big time. I guess we'll start getting reports of the damage here. I haven't looked at the news much today, but did just kind of take the firsthand accounts of people. I had some people with some houses that were damaged, and to me it sounded like, I mean, I know the flooding was definitely bad in some areas, but it sounded to me like some of the worst damage was from the 24 plus tornadoes that tore through. Some of the video I saw of some of the tornadoes was just crazy. Really was shocking how big some of these tornadoes were. But anyway, we all kind of tune into this, and I kind of do this to focus on something else besides the current events in the world. So we're going to do that. So we are now allowed to laugh. First, we gotta be funny.
Oh, yeah, no. He said it. It's okay.
I do have a theory on all this stuff. I think.
I'm listening.
So they've had all these theories, right? So have you seen the one? Have y'all seen the one talking about the hurricane that came through North Carolina, and that the biggest lithium deposit is just outside of Asheville?
Yeah.
And then there's something else that's
Quartz
factory is there, and that they couldn't get the permits, and people were complaining. So the government made these storms.
kill them so that
to devastate their property. They don't have flood insurance, so now they can just take over the property. It's a good theory. It's strong. It's got merit. I don't know. Believe what you want to believe. I actually disagree. I think that the government did all this trying to capture Sasquatch. So I think he was in the Asheville Mountains.
Miss me, bitch.
And when the hurricanes came in, he's like a buffalo. He forged straight through the storm and headed south. And they realized he got up into Florida, so now they're trying to flush him out of Florida.
So he's hiding in the Everglades, is what I'm hearing.
No, now he's in Alabama, and you guys are fucked.
Alabama wasn't all right.
Alabama was doing great until they played Vanderbilt. You know, they're about jumping all over the map. We're good at that. If you have ADHD, you are following this just fine. If not,
If you have MTV, they still don't play music videos.
MTV's still a thing?
I don't know, I don't have cable.
What was the thing it's been a while, the meme that went out was like, congratulations to MTV for 40 years, their 40-year anniversary and 14 years of playing music videos. I like my theory on Sasquatch. I think it's strong. Somebody put out a video on that. Get that going viral for me. Because I think I'm right. They got to capture Sasquatch because
this is how you get free marketing.
Somebody's
doing it.
They need Sasquatch because he has the keys to all the nuclear weapons.
He's got the keys to the shop.
I think we're working on a good movie script here. So Sasquatch.
Yeah, the dialogue's gonna suck.
No, in my movie, Sasquatch can talk.
No, I didn't say there wouldn't be dialogue. I said if we wrote it, the dialogue would suck.
But ADHD people could follow along just fine. And this script has to be better than some of the shit they're putting out on Netflix right now.
It's not all bad. You can find some good ones.
You'll watch. You have proven you'll watch anything.
I will. It's true.
What was the most recent sucky one?
Well, for 20 plus years, she's been watching you.
Oh,
That's a good one.
burn! I'll drink to that.
You know, because otherwise she'd be bored.
She would be bored. And so would you. So would you. Have fun on your boring weekend with your boring friends.
I'm not in Kansas right now.
You better kick Toto.
Roasted.
What?
One of the comments.
It says what?
Boom. Roasted.
All right. Why are we here? To talk about knives. Yeah. We got some things to talk about.
I like that it's already recognized and spoken out loud. Like, all right, the first 10 minutes of banter is almost up. We're about to get to the knives.
You know what? Screw it. We're not talking about knives tonight. Let's talk about our feelings.
Yeah.
I'm feeling itchy.
Whoa. Did you hear how quick and deep my wife just said no? I said, how are you feeling?
Annoyed right now.
But not bored.
That's why we're here.
Don't get angry.
I don't get angry.
You know how you act when you get angry.
You'd be running for the hills if I got angry.
Don't get angry. Ellen's getting angry.
No, she's annoyed, but not bored.
This is where she makes the transition to mean Mary Poppins. Shoves an umbrella up my ass and opens it.
We like to call that Tuesday.
A slow Tuesday. All right, so no, we do have knives. We'll talk about our feelings after we talk about knives. So we'll hurry through this so we can talk about our feelings. All right, let's see.
Words to kumbaya.
Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya.
Okay, let's go. Nice.
Did we cover all the lyrics?
Okay. There's some more. Some like actual real.
No, it just keeps going, and then it's like, oh, Lord, kumbaya.
I think you're right.
I think we covered them all.
I'm a little disturbed you even know that.
I went to church camp.
Did you?
He didn't pay attention.
All right. I think we just read the same comment.
What's in the box? When you say it like that, yes.
Ow! Damn! See, me and Mary Poppins is starting to get. It's like the Hulk, just. Except all of a sudden it's a little white dress and a little umbrella, and then she just gets angry. Everyone dies. Another movie. Write that down.
Yeah.
All right, knives. Yes, that's why we're here. So this past week we started Monday with an awesome drop of some McNeese knives, Mac 2 3.5s. We had some.
Were those all inlays?
No, so we had some Beskar tie, some shipwreck tie.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. It shouldn't have been that funny, but it was that funny, and considering the source, it's
Crypto, it just, whenever you're feeling ADHD and not able to keep up with anything but just stupid stuff, then watch the first 10 minutes again. Outside of that, you didn't miss anything. Just got started talking about knives. And Mean Mary Poppins. So, anyway.
Beskar.
Yes, we had some, I say Beskar, but I think that whole Beskar came from, y'all let me know if I'm saying it wrong. I think that all came from the Mandalorian, the mandolin.
How many songs can you name that have a mandolin in it?
Who's the weird little guy with the curly hair that was kind of Tom Thumb or something?
Carrot Top?
Nah, the little guy. Never mind. I forgot my meds. So, but anyway, we had some Beskar, some shipwreck tie. I am missing one or two others, but it was a badass. It was a smaller batch drop, but it was some badass stuff. The inlays we did get more of, and I actually did a YouTube video on this today. So the YouTube people, if you follow us carefully, then hopefully you've watched that. But these inlay ones are awesome. This is the blue Rich Light, and to me that just looks like clouds in the sky. But it's really well done, very pretty. I'm gonna save that for last because that is my favorite.
What is the inlay material?
Rich Light.
Which is what?
So Rich Light, if I understand it correctly, and I got to be honest with you, I haven't done a lot of homework on it, but it is like a micarta, but I swear I think it's harder and more durable. So it's somewhere kind of in between a micarta and a G10, but the colors and schemes you get out of it are really pretty. Hopefully somebody can kind of chime in and tell me where I'm wrong on that.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
So what?
It's a great idea. An Angry Mary Poppins laser pattern.
If somebody can draw it in black and white and send it to me in a vector, I'll do it. So anyway, here is another one. This is the G10 inlay. I talk about this in the video too. This is purple and black. I have a really hard time. There it is. If you're looking on YouTube, you can see the purple in that really well. Ooh, that's better on Instagram too.
This light has been used for fretboards on guitars.
Interesting. Did not know that. We also have a Rich Light one called Wine. We'll assume that it's red wine. This one's really cool. It's going to be, there you go. On Instagram, you can see that. It almost looks like leather. Almost looks like a deep, rich red leather.
Mahogany.
It's just really pretty, really well done on these. And then my favorite has been this red and black. It says just red G10 on the box, but that is definitely some red and black. I just think this is wicked. This is like old school meets new school. This is dimpled, but the texturing on it is not an issue in and out of the pocket. It's not an issue at all. Action on these is incredible.
Here's some more info on the Rich Light.
Okay.
It's the trade name from General Electric, their version of Westinghouse Micarta.
So it has asbestos in it.
What doesn't? You do.
Big Smoochie, sounds like you need some wine, Rich Light, McNeese to go with that library there. But
Anchorman quote.
The action on these is fantastic. We have gone through and checked a bunch of them. We haven't checked them all, but I'm happy to check them out for you. But McNeese really knocked it out on the park on these, and this one just absolutely. Just a few weeks ago, I kept a jigged pattern, and so I'm really struggling not keeping one of these. I think this is just this red G10 just screams to me.
It's the hotness.
It looks like it's electrified, doesn't it?
Yep.
I just think it's awesome. So, but a big shout out to McNeese. I'm just going to shoot you guys straight. We had several big projects lined up for this month, and they all fell through. They didn't fall through, but they all got majorly delayed. So looking at how this month was going to go, I felt like we didn't have as much. We never have as much as I'd like coming in, but I felt like we were staged really well to have a lot of new stuff and a lot of new drops and a lot of new things to talk about. And literally 2 weeks ago, I found out how much had fallen through, and hit. It might have been more than 2 weeks, but it wasn't that much more before 2 weeks ago. And hit McNeese up and said, guys, I need a favor. I need knives. And they, they've got Blade Show West going on. They had plenty of other things going on.
So they said,
and got me together a beautiful small batch. And I just got to tell them I appreciate the ever-loving hell out of it. But these have been awesome, and they've sold really, really well. I'd say we've sold through 85% of them. With considering the market and everything that's going on in the world, I think is amazing right now. But they're awesome knives, as you guys know. So I hope you'll go check out some of these inlaid versions we've got left. We also still have some natural and OD Micarta. We're down to 2 jig pattern ones left, which is this is crazy. So we had like 9 jigged left 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whenever I finally kept a jig pattern one. And we had 3 fastback. And being honest with you, I love them both, but I really kind of was leaning towards the fastback. And now we have 2 jigged and 2 fastback. And I'm like, damn. So we got 2 jigged, 2 fastback left, and then the Micarta one. So definitely check them out. They will not be here forever, and because I called in this favor, I have no idea when we'll get more McNeese knives, but hopefully sooner rather than later. Nice, yes, and that was the other thing I was going to talk about. Yes, and I did in the video. Thanks, Chad, for bringing this up. They are going to have separate scales available for the inlays on these. So the fact that you're going to be able to switch out your inlay and not have to take your knife apart, I think is brilliant, and really cool. I mean, if you still love your knife, but you just kind of want something new on it, give it a different look, you'll have different inlays you can pick up. So very, very cool factor that McNeese is putting out there with those. Brian, nothing that I can talk about yet. The only thing that I will talk about is the only one that I've talked about in the past is the Freeman Gen 2 fixed blades. I was 100% sure they were happening at the very beginning of this month, and those are not going to happen this month at all. So hopefully we're going to have those happen in November. But a couple other things that we had, I had not announced yet, and thank God I had not. So we'll talk about them when we know for sure that they're coming. But But anyway, so we also, this past week, we got in a new shipment, and silly me, I didn't bring home a battle bronze one, but I'll pull mine out here. We did get in a new shipment of Hender XM24 Warnie skinnies. And man, what a time. These things, Kevin will tell you. The other thing, look at that. That's awesome. But Kevin will tell you that well, you have one now. Happy early birthday. And it's just an amazing knife. So this is one of those that the more people that see it and get it in their hands and get the shows and put their hands on it, they're gonna be like, oh shit, okay, I get it.
That's how we used to pick up girls.
So, and with that, we've been doing some customizing, some anodizing on these. The ones that we got in, we launched on. Is she okay?
No, she hates you.
Why did she just go in my office with a baseball bat? The ones we launched on Tuesday were the Battle Bronze. So we got in a nice sized batch of those. And we've still got some available. We've also had some fun doing some customization on these. So today we launched, is that today? No, I did one or two yesterday and posted them up just on the Insiders group and I think maybe in the story on Instagram. And they took off pretty quick. So I did some more. And this is our Chaos Squatch Hender XM24 skinny Warnie. So you got the filler tab squatched and the pocket clip squatched, and then the Chaos all over the tie. I intentionally left this kind of open up here, number one, so you can read the Hender across it. Number two, I felt like it kind of added to the Chaos pattern. I thought it just turned out really, really cool. Total on these, we've done 4 so far. I will not do more than 10. Just because I do want them to kind of be something that's very rarely seen. At least I'll only do 10 on the Warnie. We may start doing a handful, no more than 10 ever out of every batch that comes through. I just think it's really cool. And by the way, I hand placed every single one of these damn Sasquatches through Corel Draw so that we could get this pattern. So I'm really happy with it. But I thought they turned out really cool. This is the last one we have left. So like I said, I think this is number 4. I've got one more that I'm probably going to do, so that's 5. And kind of dependent upon whether or not we get any more as to whether or not we're going to be able to do any more. But
She's right in there because she's answering questions like a boss.
that's fair enough. Okay. And then one of the other ones that we did, this just sold before the live show, but the customer who bought it did give me full permission to show it. We've done a few of these. I would like to do some more. So this is what I call our war green. This is not battle green. This is truly a deeper green, a more of a army green kinda.
I was going to ask you, so what's the difference between war green and battle green?
Battle green, and I hate it. I didn't have time to get a battle green one done, and maybe next week I'll try and have both. Battle green is not going to be as dark. It's definitely going to have a little bit more yellowish in it. The war green is definitely darker. The biggest thing I can tell you about this is the war green is an oiled in green. It's done at a little lower voltage and then oiled in. And it's once you oil it in, the oils from your skin and everything are going to keep it looking like that. And it just, it's a different green. It's definitely much more of a military green than say battle green is. Battle green has almost a toxic look to me with the yellow in it. I love them both, but and I want to show off both. I may post a poll or something and ask, maybe I can get 2 of them done tomorrow, one with war green and one with battle green, and just kind of say, hey, which one do you like more? So on these, we've been bronzing out the hardware.
I think it works with the orange really well, too.
It does. It really does work well with the orange.
How much
So-
difference in voltage is it from war green to battle green?
Surprisingly, it's It's four volts. It's not much at all. 4 volts.
And
So
hardware's heat anodized.
hardware is heat anodized. So I'll try. I've got a few more I can maybe do tomorrow. It's not many, and maybe post and talk about them over the weekend. Because I really like that war green. I'd like being honest with you, I'd like to get up to Hender and show them how to do it, and then see if either they'll do it there for us or, at least offer it to us as kind of a small batch exclusive type thing direct from them. That way it's on the label or something. And they may tell me to go screw myself. And if they do, I'd understand. I probably shouldn't have brought that up without ever talking to them first. But I love it. I think it's a really cool finish.
Can you do a toxic on Damascus with the 2 different shades of those greens?
No, unfortunately, it wouldn't work at all. Once you take away any battle green or war green or battle bronze or anything like that, you have to have a working finish. So when you laser, you're removing that top coat of that finish, which is not going to anodize the same. So, like if you've ever seen like a light limeish green on a stonewash finish, that's that same voltage. But it's more yellowish green, light lime green. It doesn't. To me, we never do it because I don't think it looks good. So instead, you would have like war green or battle green with a lime green, and it would not. I don't think it'd melt well. I've got an old working finished liner off one of my knives. I could, if I do, I could do it and just show it off next week just for giggles. But I think you guys are gonna be like, damn, that looks like. I'm not even gonna say what it looks like. Hammered ass. Yes, hammered ass. So, and then the other thing that we launched, I think this was today, and I'm down to 2 left on these, but we took our last Hender, and these are the very last. No, they're not. I'm sorry, I've got an OD green one that I haven't done anything with yet. But our last couple of red G10 Hender XM18 3-inch, and we put our battle bronze stars and stripes on it. And then we bronzed out all that hardware.
What was that, Harpoon Tanto?
Harpoon Tanto 3-inch. And when I say we bronzed out all the hardware, I always like to show off that stop pin. And then show off the lock side.
That's not the lock side.
And then, I'm sorry, yeah, the presentation side. And then the presentation side again, but with a lock. And then we put a copper Sasquatch filler tab on it. And I love these. I love this little knife. I think it's really cool. I feel like the 3-inchers are just made to be anodized and customized. There's something about them. Everything we've done on these 3-inchers, I feel like really, really works. So there's 2 of these left. I hope you guys will check those out. I think they turned out really cool. And for those that have been asking about Sasquatch filler tabs, let me bring that up real quick. Copper Sasquatch filler tab, any of the Sasquatch filler tabs, when we first started doing them, like the very first batch of them we ever did, we did sell them. And I think that was 12 of them. I've never sold them since. It's $425 on the XM18 3-inch and $595 on the XM24 Warney Skinnies. But after those first 12, which was years and years ago, we've never sold them since. We've always given them away. And so that way, A, we control it. B, we keep them very limited. We can't really control the fact that people are going to sell them. So it's, anyway, that's why we're not going to laser a bunch of them and put them on the site and sell them and try and make a quick $100 or $200 or something. It's more fun to give them away. It's also why most of these, I'm not going to say all of these, but most of these I did remember to get the original filler tab back in. So like on these, the original filler tab is the same bronze as the rest of the knife, and it is in with the in with the washers. So I know I've forgotten at least two because they're sitting on my desk, and I think those knives have been shipped. So if you do get one and the filler tab and the extra screw are not there, so like the extra screw on this one is also bronzed out. So you can put your original filler tab back on and switch this to a different knife. But we, so I always try to make sure to get that in with the extra stuff. But if you get yours in and it doesn't have that, please let me know and I'll get it in the mail to you because I know I've missed two. But anyway, I love these. I think they turned out really cool. I love all y'all can tell, I get very excited talking about all the anno work we do. Outside of my back, because I'm hunched like an idiot and I need to have better posture instead of being like this looking at it. It's the joy of my day. I except for dropping screws. I do lose my mind when I drop a screw, but I do really enjoy doing it. So it's even, it makes it even better that I get to do it and you guys are actually like it. So, and seem to pick them up. So I hope you'll continue to do so. Because it is a lot of fun, and you know it took a slowdown for me to really get back into doing it. I'd done some, but I hadn't been doing a ton lately. But and then the other thing that we launched this
Before you
week.
get to that,
Yes, sir.
the one-hole filler tabs.
Yes.
Can someone request their initials on one of those?
Durr. Maybe message me while I'm there, and I can look around and see. Are you talking about like the Sasquatch on the front and the initials on the back, or I guess it wouldn't matter at that point. But
No, the answer is yes, but you get to pick the initials.
Your initials are ASS. Maybe. Honestly, my biggest problem with that is I've got so many settings in right now that would be adding another file to the laser. So that is something that I might be willing to do, but it would take it would probably be weeks before I could get the filler tab part of it done. Because I'm going to wait until our power goes out or I forget and unplug the laser. The other thing that we launched this week.
Message me and I'll cut the breaker.
The other thing that we launched this week, we haven't had anything new from Southern Grind in a long time. So I was excited to get these in. And I really do like these. They're very cool. It's the Southern Grind Spider Monkey. And this is the natural Macorda version on the Spider Monkey. So I was like, it needed a little something extra. So I did take them apart and blue anodized the liners. We did not get many of these guys. I think there were 5. So I think we're down to 2 or 3 left. So I took it apart, anodized the liners.
That's a nice touch.
I thought it was. And then the other thing I did, and I meant to bring an original to show you, is that I did take Sasquatch wax and clean up and darken the natural Macorda. Because you're going to get the oils of your skin on it anyway, and it just brings it back to life. It looks so much better than that just dried natural Macorda. Or brown Macorda. But these are really cool, and I thought it looked really good with the blue liners. It's been a long time since we've had anything new from Southern Grind, and I just, instead of launching it as is, because I know other dealers have had these, I thought we'd do something different with it. So we did. And then lastly,
Are you trying to tell me that you waxed that bad monkey, Spider Monkey?
we're not going there. And then the last one, and I owe this maker an apology. It'll be about the only time I ever apologize to him because we're friends and I hate the bastard. But Nick Nicholls with the Dreadnought. This did not make it on the tray, but I did bring the Dreadnought Kraken back. I like even saying that. It just sounds awesome. So this is the shipwreck green finish, which is a little bit more yellow in it than, say, our war green finish on the Hender.
A little bit more salt.
Yeah. And so it's got the Kraken on the front, And I think these just turned out spectacular. We did bronze all the hardware. We did not do the stop pin because this is not heat anodized. This is full tie hardware. And then this does have that new milled pocket clip on the back and an awesome tentacle wrap.
Dude, that is good looking.
These turned out spectacular. They really did. And I really do. I love the Dreadnought. I'm carrying mine again today, along with my XM24. But these turned out really, really cool. I just did a few. Like I said, we're getting down to the last of the Dreadnoughts. But if you've been thinking about one for a long time, you know, top it off on these. We're running a 10% off special. So I did that and then threw the 10% off on there as well. So I think if I remember right, I went a little bit over 10%. So we'd be under that $500 mark. I think we did. I think I did. Maybe. But these did turn out really cool. It's an awesome knife. Nick did a really good job with these. And I usually don't really brag too hard on my anno stuff, but this one is spectacular. So definitely check it out. And, you know, full tie hardware, tie everything, Magna Cut blade. Kind of hard to beat. So let's talk about what's coming up. It's a short list of things, so it won't take long, but the only things I know of for sure that are coming up is we've got some Hender XM18 3.5 sheep's foot are coming in. So we do have those coming in. We've had a lot of people asking for those, so I think they're in pretty high demand.
Scales for these?
I don't think we have any tie scales coming for the skinny warnies, but I'll call and ask tomorrow if maybe we can get a handful of them, but I doubt it. So we do have those coming in, and then I do think we're going to get some more XM24 warnies. So hopefully we can have another good week of doing some customization on some of those. And for those that want them plain, we are trying to keep some as they come in on the site. So there's still that option. It's rare I anodize most of my own knives. Most of them I keep pretty plain.
Yeah.
And I think that's also for marketing.
Definitely.
But anyway, so we do have that coming in from Hender. I'm looking forward to that. And there is a possibility, no guarantee on this, but there is a possibility we will get some Hender Eclipse autos. So if we get Hender Eclipse autos, then look for us to have a big auto day on Monday.
If those come in, are those tie or those aluminum?
I believe they'll be the tie versions.
Do you know
I could be
the
wrong.
price on those?
$650 if it's full tie. So, but yeah, it won't be a ton. So if we do get Eclipse autos, it'll be a small batch of them. But I hope you guys will check them out and pick them up from us. And then the other thing that we have coming, which is I imagine a lot of you are here to look at, is we do have some Les George knives. And they did arrive this morning. So they are here. And so this is the Tallos with sweep tie.
Multiple handle versions?
Nope,
or-
just sweep.
Okay.
No, honestly, the vast majority of them are sweep tie. But great action on these. I absolutely love the Tallos. I'd say I probably like it more than the ESV, or I'm sorry, the VECP. But it's close. I'll take either one. I'm not going to kick either one of them out of bed. Fantastic knife, great action. As always, Les just crushes it.
Or any of the versions morph?
And then, yes, so the vast majority are sweep. And then we do have a smaller amount that are morph. I imagine the morph tie is going to go insanely fast. Don't sleep on the sweep, man. The sweep tie is awesome. So
Is there a difference?
don't
in
skip that one.
price?
Yes, but I don't remember what it is. You know what? The morph is like 48 grand, and the sweep is 435. So go for the sweep.
What's the difference between the Tallos and the VECP?
I think I have I may have taken them all to the office, but maybe it's probably in my knife box over here. It wouldn't be on my bags, so we haven't had one in a while. Nah, I'd be in one of the trays in the, sorry. I know, there's so many compartments.
Scott, can you quickly compare the Tallos to the XM for size?
I can compare it to, yes, here's the Tallos compared to the XM18 3-inch. And then, I don't know why I just closed the Tallos. And then here is the Tallos. Here's the Tallos compared to the XM24 skinny warning. Hey, while you're looking through there, grab a XM18 3.5 if you can find one. I should have one in there. Just set it on the piano.
XM18 3.5?
Yes, sir.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Any luck on the left, George?
When you're not paying attention, that's coming home.
No, it's not. All right, here is the Tallos compared to an XM18 3.5.
No,
Little smaller than the 3.5.
I don't see a VECP.
I took him to the office. I know I did. Because I'm a Nimrod. So here's a spine shot of both. You're not going to find one in there. So hopefully that helps. But guys, fantastic knives. They typically sell out wicked, wicked fast. And we are going to drop these, what did we agree on? Tuesday at noon. I know the next question is going to be, are there going to be any insiders group drops on these? The answer is yes. But nobody's going to like the way I do it. They're going to be very, very small drops, and they're going to be very, very random. So, guys, there are a lot, and there are a lot of the sweep. Les really hooked us up. So he's another one I want to give a big shout out to. So I kind of told him our October was falling apart on us, and he got us a batch together amazingly fast as well. Yes, all are stonewashed. But we will have some cool insiders drops with these, but it won't be a ton. But they are amazing knives. Les always does a really good job. There's a reason that his star is just shining really bright right now. So makes a hell of a knife. And these are all Magna Cut. At least I think they are. I haven't opened every zipper pouch, but hopefully he didn't. It wouldn't surprise me if Les, just to mess with me, labeled one as like, I don't know, Sandvik or... Anyway, he just put Sandvik. But, copper. Guys, we have some really, 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 really cool shit in the works with Les as well. So, 2025 with Les George is going to be a wild damn year.
Is that less, or is that also Defiant?
That's Les and Defiant 7. So we've got some big projects in the works with them. The other thing that I can go ahead and tell you is coming up, but we're a ways away. We're over a month away, at least. We are bringing back the Spartan Harshy Folder Sasquatch edition.
Fuck yeah.
This will be last time we did them, guys, there were not enough Damascus at all, so this will be a bigger batch of Damascus. It will be the same amount of Damascus and stonewash blades. There will be some tweaks to it. It will be a little different. Not much, but a little. So I'm very excited about it. Hopefully we're going to be able to launch that sometime first or second week in November. Get those.
Are going to be the Squatch.
They will all be the Squatch. So this is an exclusive for us, and they've been very popular. So I'm really excited about it.
Do you have a price point on those yet?
It'll be the same as last time. I think they were 500, 550 and 650 maybe. I don't remember.
Remember the size blade on that?
Yeah, it's the full size Harsey folder.
4?
I think that's a 3.7, 3.9 inch blade. So it's technically their 4-inch model.
And that's November.
Yes. So right now their performance kind of saying that first or second week of November. What I'd like to do, and I've not cleared this with Spartan, but I've asked them about it in the past. So I'm really hoping once they start building these that I can truck it on down there and go spend a day with them, helping them build them. And maybe even just, you know, if it's their last day or two of building them, maybe I can go down and help for a day or two and then truck them on back here so they don't have to ship. Not like shipping's expensive from there, but, you know, you also don't like $100,000 in product going via shipping instead of in your car. So I'm very excited about these, and I hope you guys will be too. I'm you know, this is one we hope to keep doing with them, and maybe over time make some little tweaks to it, do it a little different every time, but it's a very, very cool knife, and it's a very cool graphic on it, and hopefully you guys that have them, when we're getting closer to this time, will start really posting them on social media for us. No, I think the XM18 3.5 is a flipper. I can't say that for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's a flipper. So yeah, I'm excited to get those. Very excited to get those. And so those are the big things. There's no what's in the box tonight. Mostly because it's too late and I'm tired, and we did a bunch of what's in the box last week. So, and I'm trying to, was there anything else we had coming up? Captain yawns a lot. I'm putting my wife to sleep. That means it's time to call it a night. So, Lou, you're always winning. Anyway, I appreciate all you guys tuning in. That's everything we have. I hope you'll go over, check out all the new McNeese knives. I think I love every knife we have on our site right now. I really do. Definitely check out the Chaos Squatch. These are fantastic. We'll get some more war green done for you on these. And be prepared for the Tallos. I'm going to show off this before we switch over to that. And come on, guys, you got to get yourself a dreadnought Kraken, man. That's a necessity in a collection. And then Les George Tallos dropping on Tuesday at noon. So keep an eye out for those. As always, if you guys have any questions or anything, please message me anytime. Yeah, and I forgot about the spider monkey. There it is with the blue liners. But if you have any questions, message me anytime on Instagram, or you can always email me at scott@usamadeblade.com, or call the shop, 704-798-6478. If I don't answer, leave a message. I'm pretty good about calling back. I think I've been way better about that than I used to be. But I appreciate all of you. Once again, to all our friends in Florida, I see you on here. It isn't Dan. I hope you guys are being very safe. And hopefully you have power and water and a good roof over your head. But I appreciate everybody tuning in. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Thursday. Go over to USMA Blade, get yourself something.
Knife!
And we'll see you then. YouTube doesn't want to end. Still doesn't.